Peace, family. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star. And today we're going to get into this Tiffany Haddish and Arie Spears being accused of child sexual abuse. Um, if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you already subscribed, thank you. I appreciate your support, and I thank y'all for being here with me today. And I want to talk about this coming from a victim of child sexual abuse myself. Um, yeah, this is hard because I want to talk about Arie Spears first and how you came to the conclusion to even accept a role like that, right? So I know people trying to make money. I don't even feel like there's nothing funny about that, like to an extent, right? I mean, unless it's your personal situation, right? Unless it's your own personal situation that you're trying to make fun of, um, I don't feel like that's necessary or even appropriate, right? And again, unless it's your personal situation that you skitting about and you just trying to make light of it, and because that might be your way of, getting through whatever, because I used to do that myself with other people that I know that was abused by the same person. I remember we used to kind of make jokes of it a little bit. Not saying that makes it better, you know what I mean? But sometimes we, make little jokes or whatever, whatever. But that's our personal situation. I would never joke with somebody about their particular situation. You get what I'm saying? Or just be just doing it just for fun, and that's just crazy. But again, how you came to even accept that role, like somebody coming to you and like, I got a role for you, and um, you're not really going to be touching the kids or really molesting them, but you're going to play the pedophile. Like, man, hold up, man. No. How about you let me play the dude who catches him molesting kids and let me beat him to a bloody pulp? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things for money that's not worth it. Again, me personally, I wouldn't put on a dress. I don't care how much money you're trying to give me. I'm not going to play a gay man because I'm not into that. You feel me? You're not going to have me kiss a man, even on his cheek in the movie. Like, unless it's my son, right? You get what I'm saying? Unless it's like my biological son. We're not doing that. Even if it was my stepson, I'm not like kissing you on the cheek, bro. Like, I don't even feel comfortable doing things like that. I would love you to death, right? But I'm just not going to do nothing like that. I just don't feel comfortable. I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want somebody who's not my son's father to be like doing things like that. Because that's, again, like I've been through this, and that's how people were doing it. They were very close to my family and things like that, and you know, that's how things start off with little innocent pecks on your cheek and things like that. So, I have I really have something against that. But again, man, like you can't, like, money can't be your motivation for everything or just the reason why you're doing things. You get what I'm saying? But I get it. You in Hollywood, you trying to get in the whip, and because this actually happened, this skit took place in 2014. I do feel like there's some motive behind it. Not that doesn't etch anything out. That doesn't relieve them of anything. Because again, I don't believe that you actually were touching the kids, right? Because well, at least I seen a little bit of the skit. I'm actually play a little bit of it, and but also too, again, like for the money, like who can you go to? I know it's some people out there, but who can you really go to, or would you allow somebody to come to you and say, um, "We got this role, we doing some skit called The Mind of a Pedophile, and we want to use your kids as the kids that he's going to be doing the stuff to." Like, so you gonna use my children, my biological children? Like, man, fam, is you crazy? Is you crazy? You better get somebody that looks like a kid. You better get a midget that's grown as hell to try to play that part. Or I can even see, again, I still don't think it would be funny or whatever, whatever. But if it's your personal situation and you're using puppets, right? Because me and a friend of mine had an idea. Again, this was our personal situation, and we was going to use puppets to to reenact some of the things that these people were doing. Not the whole sexual part, but how they come at you and say little things, and you get what I'm saying, like things like that. But it was going to be puppets, not real people. You can't use real kids when you try to do things like this. But let's get into it. And I also again feel like um, the mother or the parents have to take some accountability in this shit. Like you can't just um, put your kids out there and then when things go south, you just like, yo, hold up, man, y'all did this. Like, hold on, you signed off on that, man. Like, ain't nobody just take your kids from you and just do that, like, or sir, or whoever they dad is, or whatever. And that's another reason, because I believe it's just the mother. The way I read it in the article was like the mother, and they didn't even want to name her. And I feel like that's the reason why you didn't want to name her, because again, it's like you um you don't want to name her because you don't want her getting no backlash, because you know that's some BS. You know that's some BS. Let me share my screen so y'all can see the skit. And here we go. It's right here. Nigga looking crazy, man. Nigga wild for this. Man. Like, yo, fam, you got son in his drawers. Like, that's what I'm saying as a parent. Like, bro, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Do whatever Uncle Pete asks you to do, okay? Be good. Thank you so much. If you need anything, just call me, okay? Just got little man playing around in his drawers on some BS. It's going wild, man. And then they had some R. Kelly playing in the background. Some wild. Now they got the kid on some weird stuff. That's all. That's all. That's all. It's like that's all. Okay, for the most part. So again, I just feel like what brings you to the conclusion that you want to play that role? Again, you can't offer me no money to make me try to play that role, and you can't offer me no money to get my kid to play like that. Then they got little man acting like he down with it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, man, this is crazy as hell because I also feel like again they didn't name the parents. Matter of fact, let me try to show y'all the article. Let me see. Rolling Stone had the article. Hold on, family. Hold on, family. Give me a second. This is not Twitter. No, that's Twitter. I'm sorry. Let me see if it's just take. Okay, so no, that's something different. Man. Let's just read this. I'll just read this one. That's fine. So it says comedians Tiffany Harris and Arie Spears have been accused of having groomed and molested two then minor siblings years ago, according to the lawsuit in Los Angeles Superior Court. The complaint refers to Jane Doe and John Doe in the suit, which states their names are being withheld for protective privacy. According to the complaint, a copy which was obtained by CNN, Jane and John Doe, 14 and 17 respectively, when they alleged that Haddish and Spears had been participating in sexually suggestive video in separate incidents in 2013 and 2014, which reached when reached for comment, Aries Christian, of course, said no. According to the complaint, Haddish was longtime family friend of the mother and of the sibling who filed a lawsuit. Jane Doe was enrolled in a comedy camp in 2013 where Haddish was a guest speaker, told the teen girl she had a perfect role for her. Um, Star Lady drove the girl to the studio where Spears showed her a video of an older man and a college age woman eating sandwich simultaneously from either end while moaning and making sexual noises as they both ate the sandwich in a manner that simulated the act of fellatio. They said something about that's why I wanted Rolling Stone's article because Rolling Stone was talking about how the parents tried the lawsuit years ago and it didn't go through. I can't find that one, man. And let me see if we can get out on this. And they tried to sue him the first time and it didn't really work. Here it go. Here it go. Here it go. Oh, so I knew it was gonna be down here somewhere. Okay, so it says Jane and John. Okay, so it says the plaintiff's mother, name redacted, has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Mrs. Haddish for several years. Every attorney who has initially taken her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Haddish would not be shaken down. Haddish lawyer Andrew Brettel said in a statement sent, um, he isn't going to be shaken down. Lori Spears, Deborah, of course, said separately. So, again, so apparently she tried to file a lawsuit before, and I guess it didn't pan out a couple of times. For whatever reason, it didn't pan out. But again, what made you say yes to that in the first place? To use your kids, I feel like you should be held liable as well. As well, you should be held liable. Because now what's that? 2014. Who we in 2022? Is that 8 years? So 8 years later, we're now coming up on another lawsuit. Arie Spears was just in the media about talking about Lizzo. Let me get you show y'all something else. Arie Spears was just talking about Lizzo, right? And he's under fire. And then you got what's Tiffany Haddish. She just did this video. 1 second. For Dr. Claude Anderson.
I'm super excited to share a little something about Dr. Claude Anderson. First of all, I remember how I first encountered him, and that was watching The Breakfast Club and watching my guy Charlamagne the God talk to him about the conditions of the world today and his book, Powernomics. So I go and I order the book, right? I'm reading the book. I ordered all of his books, not just Powernomics, but Black Labor, White Wealth. I also ordered the Dirty Little Secrets of Black History, the Heroes and the Troublemakers. And as I'm reading these books, my mind is like, I'm getting blown in the head because I'm just like, this makes so much sense. And all I can think is, how can I make a difference? And I just want to say thank you to Dr. Claude Anderson for taking the time out to do the research and gather the knowledge. And, I'm a skeptic to a certain extent, so I went and fact checked a lot of those things. And it was correct. It was correct. And so I have taken it upon myself to make sure that the world knows about Dr. Claude Anderson's work. So I have been actively creating a TV show and actively been talking with school boards about getting his history books into those school systems. And we'll see what happens. But what I do know is I'm so glad and so grateful, Dr. Claude Anderson, that you are here on this planet. I hope you're here for 100 more years and share all the knowledge that you have. I remember coming to your house and having a conversation with you and just laughing, not outside so much, but more so inside, because it's just funny to me how people say there's nobody here telling us what's what. There's no information. And here you are. You were right there in my face, sitting right there in front of me, giving me all the information and all the knowledge. And I'm just super grateful and thankful. I look forward to sharing everything that I've learned from you with others, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Love and peace. And thank you for most of all, Powernomics. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So that was that. Again, she just did that the other day because Dr. Claude Anderson's birthday was actually September 1st, and he turned 87. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. But see, again, he's a controversial figure who tries to help the black community. Tiffany Haddish is actually trying to start. She said this on Corey Holcomb that she's starting the first black-owned grocery store in the country, and she got that from listening to Dr. Claude Anderson, knowing that we don't own any, so she wanted to use her money to make a black-owned grocery store. So again, you got that, and then you got Arie Spears talking about Lizzo, which went viral, and he doubled down on his comments. He went on Vlad. We don't really rock with Vlad, but he went on Vlad and doubled down on that. So again, for this to surface um, after 7, 8 years, 9 years, it's kind of sketchy. And it's like, what's the point? What's the point of bringing it up now? I mean, yeah, she filed a lawsuit, but y'all didn't never bring that stuff up when they filed the lawsuit the first time. Y'all never took that to CNN, or they never said anything about it because we never even knew about it, right? We never knew about these skits because now you're just bringing it out. And what is the reason that you're trying to bring it out now. If all her lawyers quit the first time because of meritless stuff, and then you get what I'm saying? What is the point? What is the point? Because you was okay with it then. Now you're saying your kids are feeling the effects, and this, that, and the third. What's the point? And the video was inappropriate, but again, it was like, he didn't really touch the little dude or whatever like that, and I don't know. It's crazy to me. I personally can't fathom um, someone asking me to play that role. Arie Spears, you are a cornball, fam. You are a cornball, and you have no integrity to want to play a role like that. What makes you want to play a role like that, bro? That's crazy as hell to me, bro. And listen, I wouldn't play a gay role, but I can see you just somebody bending to that. Okay, I'll do that. That's $2. Who I ain't gay. I'm not doing it. But I can see, but bro, the pedophile shit, like, nah, fam, you definitely not getting me under that. I don't care if it's just play or not, dog. Like, oh, you not really doing nothing. You just like, dog, I don't care if you just it's no kids involved and they just like, yo, he's a pedophile. Like, no, nigga, you not getting me somebody to point me as that in in some type of role, my nigga. Y'all crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So it's almost just like man, this joint is crazy because it's this runs rampant in not just in our community. That joint is definitely more prevalent in the white community with that whole child molestation, rape. Y'all own that. Let's keep it a buck. That's y'all culture, right? But it also it also happens in our community too. But again, it happens in every community. Let's be honest. But again, it's more prevalent in white community. The numbers and statistics show it. Um, but it's just like, yo, that's not nothing you want to really. I could see you doing a documentary on it to try to school people. Again, I actually did a video. You can go back to one of my videos where I was actually talking about that because I wanted to do a video to try to school people on and parents or kids that watch on things to look out for. You feel what I'm saying? Things to look out for what people are doing. Um, when a person is just too into children as far as all that play fighting and you know what I'm saying? You always want to take kids somewhere and things like that. Just little stuff, bro. You just gotta watch out for. Again, I did it in my other video. You can watch that video. But yeah, as a victim of child molestation, man, listen, that really ain't anything to joke about. Unless it's your personal situation, but to just be trying to make jokes of it and it never happened to you, then I don't get your point in that. I don't get your point of because me, I'm older now, but and for real, that was bothering me a little bit, even just watching that because it's just like that's just a weird situation and scenario. But also, who recorded that? Who filmed it? Who produced it? You get what I'm saying? Who was the person editing it? Like, yo, all y'all need to be being sued. Why is the only two of the black people being sued? Why is it the producer who came up with the idea, the people who wrote the script? Why aren't these people being uh, pursued? And again, I believe the one child was like 14, the other one was 7. Like, who? My youngest son is 7 years old on the dot, right? He's 7 years old. You can't get me to allow him to play a role like that. You can't get me to allow him to do that. I don't think, I believe that my son wouldn't even want to do that shit. He wouldn't feel comfortable. Like, Dad, hold up. He gotta, like, he don't even really like me being in the bathroom when he washing up. Let alone you gonna be like, hold up, man, this don't even feel right. You get what I'm saying? So I can understand how the kids are probably, feeling like that now, and maybe that's why the mother truly wants to file a lawsuit, because her kids is like, yo, or it could be a money grab too. It could be a money grab too, but also the kids probably are um hurt, or like, they probably are mind fucked by the shit, to be honest. Part my language. They probably are, man, because I mean, you never know where that takes somebody. Maybe it happened to them before, and they never told their parents, but their parents pressured them into doing this. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't say anything, especially boys. Again, I stated that before. A lot of boys don't um, say anything about uh, being touched, or uh, being groomed, or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? They like to use the word groom, but groom is molestation, dog. You grooming somebody, you molesting them, dog. Like, let's keep it a buck. I don't even like that word, because it's like a play on words to try to make things uh seem better, like a euphemism. I don't like that word groom. Like, dog, you are molesting them. You are a pedophile. Let's keep it a buck. We're not going to be using these little new white words that they be trying to put little take the sting off of it. You get what I'm saying? They try to take the sting off of stuff so it don't sound as bad. You know what I mean? So it's just like, bro, that's weak. I think the skit was weak. I mean, it was cheesy as hell anyway. It ain't even like a good production anyway. Like, Arie Spears really, I'm not gonna say he's not funny, but that shit wasn't funny, man. You overacting, your eyes all big and bugged out. Like, bro, that's not how people be. That's really not how it be. People are very subtle when they're doing that. You feel me? They're very subtle when they're uh doing that. They're very sneaky. Um, yeah, and it's little things. That's why I say, man, I can write on this, dog. This happened with me with two different adults. They were actually brothers, and I'm telling you, it's not as he was he was trying to make it out to be. That's why I know he probably never even been. That probably never even happened to him. And again, I want to know who the producer was. Who even said we're going to do a skit like this? Who was writing this? Say, yo, man, you going to jump in the shower. He going to be in the tub. She going to bring him down the steps in his underwear, in his tighty whities. He ain't even had boxing on. He just holding this nigga and just going to let this nigga play on the floor while he, like, yo, y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. That's yeah, man. Coming from my perspective of that happening before, bro, that's out of pocket. That's all the way out of pocket, man. And the shit again, like, it wasn't even funny. Like, nothing about that was funny at all. Like, who's gonna be laughing to that besides pedophiles? Maybe a pedophile, a person who's actually a actual pedophile, might think that that's funny. But what person is going to think that that is funny? So I said, man, if you want to talk about that, man, do a documentary, man. You don't have to, like, be making and then using real kids and things like that, man. Use puppets or something, man. That's just, I don't know, bro. That's just I think way too far. And I think the mother has to get brought out there, man. I think her name shouldn't be redacted. I think that she should be put out there, and whoever their father is, for you not being around or whatever, or knowing, you need to you need to be held accountable too, fam. Whether you wasn't in their life or you didn't, I don't know, bro. Like, Man, them parents y'all gotta pay, man. Especially that mom for even allowing it. Oh, I got a perfect role for her. Where was you at as the parent? You wasn't at the skit. You wasn't there watching that shit. Like you just let your 7 year old. Oh, take my 7 year old with you and go. I'll pick him up when he finished. Like, what's going on here? What's really going on here? I just think that when it comes to this money, I ain't gonna say we. I ain't gonna nothing like that. I just think when it comes to money, man, people just let morals and integrity just go out the window. You just start just doing whatever to justify you getting the bag. Like, man, I'll be living in a tent. I don't care if I'm living in a tent, man. Real talk. I don't care if I'm living in a tent. You're not gonna come to me with no $100 million talking about yo play this pedophile role. Yo, let us use your kids. Like, man, kiss my ass, dog. I'm going to McDonald's, bro. I'm about to flip some burgers. Real talk, bro. It's just certain things, bro. You just a person with integrity not going to allow that to happen, bro. You can't buy me with money. You can't buy me with bread, fam. It's nothing on this planet that I would allow you to buy me for that I'm not into. Like me playing a gay role. Like you can't. It's nothing. Nothing. You can't say, yo, bro, you can own Amazon. It's like $100 billion. Yeah, they worth about 100 billion. Matter of fact, Apple worth 3 trillion. Nigga, you can own Apple tomorrow, man. Just do this scene right here. You gotta kiss this dude, and y'all gotta be laying in the bed butt naked. Like, oh hell no, man. Shove every Apple phone up your behind, fam. Keep it a buck. There ain't nobody doing no shit like that for no bread. Y'all be wilding, bro. Just let man, especially and then you putting your kids in this joint. It's one thing you doing that joint as an adult. Whatever, man. Do what you do. You feel what I'm saying? That's on you. You now trying to use your kids to make some bread and just like, yo, hey, man, we just gonna be messed up. Guarantee you that check wasn't worth it because they ain't pay you nothing like that. Come on, bro. Them two wasn't not even A-list celebrity. They don't even think they B-list. Old girl might be A-list now. 2014, Tiffany Haddish was an A-list, man. But that's it, man. If you new to this channel, again, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button. Definitely share. Hit the Cash App if you can. It's right there on the screen. Yeah, family. Don't let these people or anybody try to use money to make you do things that you know are wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Don't let it's nothing worth that, bro. It's nothing worth that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be living with my kids on the street than trying to use them in some movie to get out of my situation that the movie role is inappropriate. And hopefully that them kids, man, hopefully they get over that and they get some counseling or whatever. And I recommend counseling to anybody who's been through some trauma, especially child molestation or rape or whatever. You know what I mean? I definitely recommend you get some counseling and go to a therapist. You feel what I'm saying? Talk about it. Talk to friends, family, whoever you can talk to, man, just to get it off your head, bro. Like, man, I know a friend of mine, dead serious, bro. We talked for like 9 hours one day on the phone. 9 hours, bro. I was like, yo, fam, we've been busting, but again, we both been through the same situation, and we was talking about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta vent to get things off your mind. You know what I mean? But again, family, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna end this, but that's the don't let nobody try to buy your integrity, man, because it's not worth it, man. All right, well, thank you, family, for being with me. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the subscribers, especially all the new subscribers. Stay tuned. Thank you for joining us here at Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star, and I'm out of here. Peace.